Hi, and welcome to Marketing Live TV for this week, where you can engage in real-life marketing live on the show. This week, I'm going to cover creating a Google Adwords text ad. And I know this is something that a lot of people are a bit worried about. They can spend a hell of a lot of money on it and not get a good return. So I'm going to show you how to do it and what to do. And I'm going to create a Google text ad for Marketing Live TV live on the show. And so I'm going to show you step by step how you can do it and what to look out for and what to make and what to really be aware of when you're creating a Google AdWords, I should say, text ad. So anyone who's watching, thanks for watching. And if you would like, if you like any of the content or any of the show, please jump below, click like or subscribe or a heart, depending on where you're watching. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope at the moment. So thanks for watching. If there's any other channels that you are using, please feel free to jump on those ones there, and we'll be happy to connect with you and share. Feel free to ask any questions and let me know if there's anything that you would like us to cover. So before I get into the show, I just want to say thanks for watching Marketing Live TV, and stay tuned when we get into Google AdWords text ads. Alright, so thanks for watching, and as I said, we are doing a live Google Analytics text ad, or search ad, I should say, campaign. So we're going to create a campaign live for one of the Marketing Live TV products. Now that product is live event streaming. So to give a bit of background, we have decided that we're going to put a bit more effort into covering live marketing events and live streaming them out for those that basically don't have the technical capability, the systems, or the inclination to learn how to do it. So we're going to expand our systems and cover some of those live events. Now, we've done a couple of those. You may have watched some of those previously. We covered with the Small Business Association of Australia and Griffith University, branding and promotion. We've also covered a couple of live LinkedIn local events. So we'll be doing a few more events with Griffith University. Thanks, guys. And then, yeah, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to create a Google AdWords search text ad for that, and just put it together in a very basic fashion so you can see how it's done, and so that you can get a bit of an idea just how not scary it is, but a few of the things to look out for when you are creating those ads. So just before we jump into that, I'm going to give you a heads up that today we'll be using the new AdWords experience, which is not rolled out to everyone, but sorry, better fix my hair, gotta look good for the camera. It's not rolled out to everyone, but it is quite a good experience. There are some idiosyncrasies with it, but it is quite good. So if you see a different screen, the overall process is the same. It just might look slightly different, but same things to consider. So let's jump in. I'm going to just jump in and share my screen here with you. So here you can see that I have my Google AdWords account, and we are going to jump in and just create a new ad group. So what you want to know is, to start with, we'll consider that you've done your AdWords research and that you have also done you've also done your background, so you know what product, you know what we've got a landing page set up, and that's probably a good point for me to cover, in that is what you need to have prepared to do this. And there are a couple of things. You need to have you need to understand that the more specific you make your ads, the better, and the more specific you make your landing page to those ads, the better the result will be. Now, I'll go into more detail about ad rank and other things later on, but then, so you need a landing page, somewhere to drive them to, or a call, a phone number, but we'll stick with the landing page for now. You also need, or should have, Google Analytics tracking set up for your website. Whether you use Google Tag Manager or Analytics, but something to measure the conversions. Because what we'll get into in a bit more detail later on is just how specific and how you can get some better return on investment for your money as you move down the line. So let's jump in and do this, create this, or create an, we've got a campaign there that we've set up, and I will zoom in on that so that you can see a bit more. So we have a campaign set up called live stream events. Now, there are certain ways that you should and shouldn't name your campaigns and ad groups and ads. For simplicity reasons, we're just going to go with live stream events, because what we're going to be promoting is live stream event live streaming. So here we go over to campaigns. I'm just going to, so this one here, and we'll click that. So here we have our campaigns. So this will basically, as you create your ads and you get ad content and you get impressions, you'll start to see values in here, so your cost per click, and you can update all of that. So we'll keep moving through. So then we move to our ad groups. So once if you think of campaigns as the overall product that you're trying to promote, and then ad groups are specific targeted areas that or specific targeted ads that you're targeting within that ad group. So we're going to create a simple text ad for this one. So we will select ad groups. And as you can see, we've got one already set up there, but we're going to create a new one just by selecting the button here. So I'm just going to make this a little bit. All right. So here we are going to create an ad group. So we click on our plus, and it will ask us to select a campaign. So we select a campaign. Live streaming events. And create a group. All right. So here we're going to create a basic text ad here. So we're going to just go and select a standard ad group type, and it asks us, do we want to continue? We select yes, we want to continue. So we are going to call this live stream events text. As I mentioned, for simplicity reasons, we'll just go with that. Now we're going with a default bid of 50 cents because we've done a little bit of research, and that will give us just give us a middle of the road. But you need to do your keyword research, which is a really important part to making sure that you get that you're buying enough space so to get you a result. So here we're going to put in, so then it asks us to enter some keywords, one line or phrase per line. Now, as I mentioned, when I'm not going into the keyword research, but for simplicity, live stream, apologies for my spelling and my typing errors. I was never a typist. So then we do live stream events. Now, I'm just going to bring this back. So one of the things to consider is the variations that people can spell and the variations of words that people will search for, and it's what they're searching for. So here, a variation that could be event live streaming or event broadcasting. Now, this all goes back to your keyword research, and it also goes back to the keyword research that you've put into that you're going to put into your ads, and those keywords going to go into your the keyword research that you've done, I should say, will go into your ads, will also go into your landing page. And what this will do is it will make sure that when Google looks at that ad and it looks at the landing page, they are relevant to each other, and it will increase your ad rank, which will lower your cost to get a particular get on a particular space. And obviously the higher you get, the more clicks you'll get, the more leads that you'll get for your business. So just for simplicity reasons, we're going to leave those there and leave those through. So then one of the other things you can do is get keyword ideas. So if you are looking for more detail, and as I suggested, you should do this prior to when you get here. You should be looking at what keywords, putting them on your landing page, have your landing page ready. So we will go save and continue for now. So that will bring us to the creation of our ad. So what I'm going to do is I'm just bringing up the website so that I can get so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the event live streaming page, so that I know exactly where it is that people are going to go, what they're going to see, and it gives me surety that I've got what I need on that page to make sure that it's going to convert and that it's going to be relevant to the ads. So here we have the Marketing Live TV event live streaming page. It has detail, it has previous events and videos, it has the lead forms. So it's got everything that we need, or not everything, it's far from perfect, but it will do to get us started. So that's the page that we're going to direct people to. So sorry, I will just go back to here. All right. So now AdWords is asking us to create our ads. So let's create our first text search ad. Oh. Apologies, I'm having some technical difficulty here. Okay, so first thing we need to do is enter the URL. So copy that and put that in there. So then we have two headline areas that are 30 characters long. So all we need to do is make sure that that text area is 30 characters long in each line, and what that will, and then you'll be able to see in this area here, I've just highlighted there, what that will look like when people see it on their device. So you can have a look at those. So we are going to write in now. There's certain rules around what you can and can't post on these things, so on these ads, I should say. So and AdWords review everything, and they're very strict on making sure that you're not spamming people or you're not doing ridiculous things. They are trying to make the most relevant ad served to the most relevant person. So create a compelling offer ad or text ad that will entice people to find out more about what you're offering. So for example, we will go with live stream your book Right, so we have our final URL, which is our Marketing Live Stream Events, which is the page we just highlighted before. We then have the area the first headline, which is live stream your event on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. And then now you can add if you have a very long URL. Certain paths to make it more visually appealing. In this instance, we don't need to, so that's fine. And then a description area for your ad. Now this is 80 characters. So for this, we'll enter. I will actually take a snip of this. And we will come back here and Now we will just, sorry about this, I'm just playing with the characters. There we go. So now that should cover most of the primary detail. Now what is important is we've got the basis, we've got our landing page, we've done our research, we know where the keywords we're interested in is event live streaming or live stream event. So what you can see is the URL that we have here includes those words. The headline also includes those words, and the description also includes those words. So by doing that, there is no confusion, or well, now ideally you would have the words in the same order, but for this, for the purposes of this illustration, we will we'll go with those there because we'll keep moving. So we click done, and then our ad is there. Now one of the recommendations that is there is to create 5 ads. So let's create another version of that, and let's rename a version, rename some of this to be event live streaming. Okay, so there you can see that by doing that, and if I click save and continue, now Google likes to know what is going to get the best result, because obviously it wants to provide the best result for the best people. So if you have a number of different ads, what it can do is the Google AI or the machine learning will learn what ad appeals to what people, and it will present those ads more often to people like that. So by having more ads, more variations of ads targeting the same keywords and groups, different people and different devices might have a higher click-through rate or a higher engagement rate. So Google will then present that to those people as opposed to another ad that might be working better for a different set of people. And that's why the more ads that you can create, the better. So for now, we've created the 2 ads and we have them there. So we've got a now we've got we've only set a really low budget, $2.50 per day, 50 cents. It'll only give us 5 clicks if we're lucky. So it's a simple setup to create your text ad, but always but a few insights and just to keep you on the right path before we move on and do a more detailed show on other things next week. What you want to be looking at is not only your keywords, so click on keywords and it will, for that campaign, and you'll see here that we've got event broadcasting, So there is our keywords. So as we can see, there's our keywords for this ad. But if you click up here, there's negative keywords. So make sure that if you've, and you may not always know these at the start, but it's always a good thing to go through and analyze what search results are getting your, are you paying for? What are people clicking on? And you might find that they are completely irrelevant, completely got nothing to do with your business. So make sure you add them to negative keywords and filter out all of the crap, basically, because the more you refine it, the better the return on investment you'll get. Now, if you know, just going to make it a little bit more detailed. Now, if you know who specifically you're targeting in terms of a demographic or anything like that, make sure you set them up as in under demographics, and you increase the bids or decrease the bids based on who you want to target. So the same goes with devices and that sort of thing. If your website is not as mobile responsive or mobile adaptive as it possibly could be, if you've got a slow page load speed, decrease the bids on mobile, and that will allow you to, that will ensure that you're not bidding so much, and you probably won't get the placement for those, but you also won't get a bad customer experience. So make sure that you do that. All right, so so that is our text ads. So if you want to see your ads, you can see that here we've got our ad and it's under review. So there's our ad. It's green, which means that it's prepared to go live. It's under review, and what will happen is those ads will then be reviewed. When they are good to go, they will go live. Now make sure you've got your billing set up, make sure you've got all of the other details set up. And that is the basic text ad with a basic step through on how it's done. Now if you want more information or you'd like some more detailed understanding of that, let us know. Feel free to comment. If you're watching on YouTube, comment below. If you're watching on Facebook, comment, and even if you're watching on Periscope, make sure that you sing out, press the hearts, press the like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and anyone who's not watching on YouTube, jump over that way, either way, to YouTube and subscribe, because that will help us keep this going. So if you liked any of the content, feel free to like or share it on any of these or any other channels that you have, yeah, thanks for watching, and we look forward to providing another more detailed AdWords campaign, more information on marketing campaigns in our next show. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.